welcome back to another great episode of KOB TV, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I am your host, Ken Johnson, and we are jumping in about, like I said, where we left off last time, about 30 seconds, maybe away or so. Yeah, let's go.
They never should have passed a civil rights bill. They should have passed a human rights bill.
Well, let's go ahead and see what is the difference by doing a search query. Civil rights versus human rights.
Here's a summary from Georgetown Law Research Guide, Georgetown University. Civil rights versus human rights. Simply put, human rights are rights one acquires by being alive. Civil rights are rights that one obtains by being a legal member of a certain political state.
Okay, that's real time, guys, because I did not plan any of this. Let's see if we can get that in so you can actually tell people that you actually read it. Is that better? So they can stop chewing you out while coming to watch videos. Oh, you just watched the video. Oh, kiss my butt, I read it. Okay, see what I'm saying? Okay, so we see now human rights are something you're born with. You know, and civil rights, you remember earlier, we were talking about civil liberties. And so if you become part of an organization or like the United States of America, they can grant you civil rights and civil liberties because it's an organization. It's actually a corporation, and all states are. Look at the incorporation date. It means it's a business, guys. It's a corporation. And I plan to give you guys some money knowledge, but I think I'll show you this is what the next video is going to be about, guys. I'm sorry to digress. Let's see if you can see that. You can go ahead and get a preview, a recording, and you can pause it. And what that, ew, that's horrible writing, guys. You see that? Anyway, what that does is explain how the queen, she has that money up there, those coins and diamonds, and she'll issue out paper for your property, and you'll give her your energy in the end. And I use a queen as an example. It's not her solely. It's a whole lot of people. You got aces living right next door in Canada. Let's go. So back to civil rights, human rights. So the fact that you were marching for civil rights or even had to march for either one of them means that you are not your own. You're not yourself. You're not free, guys. I have to keep emphasizing that you never were. Let's go.
They went around it. This is coupled with the U.S. government's abuses which involve forced assimilations, forced population transfers.
Forced assimilation, forced to assimilate, to become part of, just like we were saying. So your forefathers didn't choose to become part of, and so that's basically what he's saying. You gotta listen. There's a lot of big words he's throwing out there. Let's go.
Ethnic cleansing, crimes against
ethnic cleansing. And I'm here to break down the stuff in the simplest terms, guys. And you can pretty much, if you slow down and really think about what he's saying, what is ethnicity? And then what is ethnic cleansing? It's just you're cleaning the ethnicity. Either you're going far left or you're going far right. And those are, terms you kind of use. Anyway, you're trying to get the race to come closer to your race, or you're trying to another race, or you're trying to get the race to come closer to its own kind. So either which way, you could look at it that way. Let's go.
Humanity and so forth. Oh, it's serious up in here.
It's serious.
And you're the victim.
Yeah, we're the victim. So I know I keep talking over. Let's go ahead and catch him for about a whole good minute so we can get a good idea, because really I'm throwing definitions at you, and if you haven't caught the previous videos, then you may be a little bit confused.
The document continues to go on. Remember, this is the document that I'm reading from, that you will be able to go and look online and read it yourself, but I just want to touch on a few things, because the evidence that is actually put forward of
Evidence, guys. That's evidence. That's how you get a claim, or you make a suit, or you have to have evidence, or you indict people. You have to have evidence.
the things that are being done to us are highlighted throughout this document. Oh, it goes in and it gives a breakdown of the ethnicity groups, the Human Development Health Index of who's surviving and who's not.
Chinese, Mexican, ethnicities.
Maternal mortality, diagnosis of HIV infections.
Those are engineered. The HIV was engineered. All this stuff is really engineered. I'll show you.
And how it's disproportionately disseminated amongst our community. The environmental racism that's killing African Americans.
Disseminated. I don't need to stop every so often. Like I said, he's just really giving background information to the courts so that they can have something to stand on, something to fight. Remember, in this court, in this particular world court, force can be used. We don't do that in, we kind of do that in the United States. We don't take the gun and make you comply, do we?
The top 10 leading causes of death of blacks, which is heart disease, cancer, unintentional injury, stroke, homicide, diabetes, and the list goes on. The impact of COVID-19 on the black, Asian, and Afro-descendant communities, and it goes on to talk a little bit about that. This is all of the backup evidence. The Human Development Index on education.
So you could just look up one of those and you'll be very disappointed.
That shows that approximately
white people too.
32 million adults in the United States cannot read. Let me say that again. There are 32 million people walking around right now who cannot read. They can't read the comments you're putting up. They can listen to what I'm saying, but they can't read. And if you can't read, you cannot absorb knowledge. If you cannot absorb knowledge, that means you're unintelligent. That means that you don't have the information that you need to critically think your way out of a situation. All you can do is react to what's put in front of your.
Dang, all that from not being able to read? I don't know, guys, and you don't know, because we can read. I almost want to back up. I already heard it 1,000 times, but you can't absorb knowledge? I really had not thought of that, guys. So, wow. Well, at least, guys, teach your kids to at least, do 2-letter, 3-letter, 4-letter words. Get good definitions on, solid grasps on those. I'm sure you can do that. And if you can't yourself read, then at least do some 2-letter, 3-letter, 4-letter words. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Because I don't understand how you cannot absorb knowledge if you cannot read. Other than the fact that reading organizes your thoughts into patterns of phonetic sounds, which will trigger certain responses and actions. Let's go.
Which is exactly what a lot of y'all have been reduced to right now.
Reduced
You
to.
hear something and run.
I do understand
you don't know
that.
how to read,
The
you don't know how
reduction.
to critically think, so you don't know how to go find out that what they just told you is total bullshit.
I can
You
understand.
cannot go back and say, well, I know what you told me, but I went and did my research and I found
Oh, you went and did your research. You can't research. Never thought about that, guys. Maybe take a second and think about some of the people's plights who can't read. And I can't feel bad particularly, but maybe you can enough for them. I only care about you guys. I can't do but so much.
This. You don't even know how to realize when someone is presenting you with false information that
because you can't research.
Credible.
Wow.
32 million adults in the United States
can't read.
And I'm not making that up.
I know you're probably reading that, you know, which is hard to put stuff on paper and invalidate it. Well, I'll explain that later. Go.
To the U.S. Department of Education and the National Institute of Literacy.
Literacy.
The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development found that 50% of U.S. adults cannot read a book written at an 8th grade level. I'm done.
Okay, I believe we're both done. We're gonna have to cut this short because, sir, I've listened to the video like my subscribers have, but to really hear that again for maybe the 5th or 6th time and to really understand the impact of not being able to understand because you can't capture the thoughts in a pattern. You can't trigger synapses in your neurons, you know, that'll give certain responses, release certain endorphins that will make you either motivated or wow. I always knew reading was important, but I never knew it separated you from the rest of the world like that. You know, you get uneducated people now. There's a difference. You can get uneducated people who can make it to the top and make billions, but they can read. And I never thought about that. That's sad. Okay, guys, I am gonna get out of here. Like the video, share the video, and if you're new, you aren't here, you know, by happenstance, you know, something led you here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this money video out so you guys, I know you guys want to see that. I'm ready to tell you about it, because the truth is,
skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation. In the suit, on the news, everybody dog food. Bang, bang, shot dead, everybody gone bad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.